Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this wonderful occasion. And to begin today's ceremony, the University of Newcastle respectfully acknowledges the traditional custodians, the Pambalong clan of the Awabakal people, on whose traditional land this campus is located. Well, today is a time of great celebration. This ceremony is the culmination of many years of hard work and dedication by you, the graduates. And this afternoon we come together to celebrate your commitment, your sacrifices, your friendships and your accomplishments. And you've worked hard to earn this testament to be presented to you today, and it's more than just a piece of paper. It's a symbol of all you've experienced during your time here at the university and of your support of your family and friends and partners and teachers who've accompanied you along the way. Of course, success, as you know, is not possible without support, and it comes in many forms. It can be a cup of tea, or maybe something stronger, when you're trying to desperately finish an essay. Or it can be a pep talk when you hit a bit of a road hump. Or guidance with a piece of assessment. Support is your family paying for your accommodation and textbooks and food, and for that very grey area that students call stuff that they ask their parents for money for. The evidence of support is all around you here today. This great hall is a symbol of support. The hall was a gift to the university from the people of the Hunter region, who in 1967 bought bricks in a major fundraising campaign. The organ and the tapestry on the wall were both donated to the university. We have many generous sponsors and donors who fund prizes and scholarships to support our students. Community support has helped this university grow over the last 47 years, and as we approach our 50th anniversary in 2015, we can reflect on just how far we've come. Indeed, in the early 1950s, we were known as the Newcastle University College, and we had 5 enrolled students. Today we have some 35,500 undergraduate and postgraduate students. In addition to our campus here at Callaghan, we have campuses at Arimba and Port Macquarie, a precinct in Newcastle CBD, and we're in Sydney and Singapore. We have a teaching partner in Hong Kong, and more than 3,000 students from 60 countries study online through our gradschool.com. The University of Newcastle is the most research-intensive regional university in Australia. Our 2 research institutes, the Newcastle Institute for Energy and Resources and the Hunter Medical Research Institute, are a clear demonstration of the university's recognition of the needs of our communities and of the partnerships with industry and business that are so necessary. Last year, our Central Coast campus opened the Central Coast Primary Industry Centre in partnership with the New South Wales Department of Primary Industries, just part of our strategy to carry out internationally significant research with clear local benefit. We now have 15 priority research centres across our 3 research strengths of health and medical, energy and the environment, and science and engineering. Our academics are consistently recognised through national and state awards for their work. We have on staff here at Newcastle experts who rank in the top 1% in their field in the world. Well, these graduation ceremonies this week and next are my last as Chancellor of this university. And over the past 8 years, I've attended about 150 graduation ceremonies. Most of them have been right here in the Great Hall, and I've attended many at our Central Coast campus, at Port Macquarie, and also in Singapore and Hong Kong. I've shaken literally thousands of graduates' hands, including that of my own wife. And I've listened in awe as our Deputy Vice-Chancellor's research have read the names of PhD theses with seemingly unpronounceable titles. And I don't profess to always know what the PhD is about, but I admire and respect the discipline and dedication needed to walk across this stage as a newly titled doctor. I will miss these ceremonies, but like you, while I'm leaving the university campus, I'm not leaving the university community, and your connection with the university remains. Some of you may even return for further study, and while you might shudder at the thought now, I'm sure a bit later on you'll have much more of an appetite for further learning. But for now, you join our growing alumni network of more than 105,000. And among them are High Court judges, government and business leaders, sporting and media identities, and world-leading academics in prestigious institutions across the globe. Let me give you just a couple of examples. Pamela Connell graduated with a Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts in 2010. Upon graduation, she was offered the position of head of school in Rwanda, where she had volunteered for 3 months in 2009. And the school now has over 1,200 students, 70% of whom are orphans. And then there's John Doyle, graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in 1982 from this university, and after 7 years of teaching, went on to create the radio and TV personality Roy Slavin, one half of the comedy duo Roy and HG. And he's now, as you know, a very successful author and playwright. Now, as an alumnus, you are part of this international association, and that will keep you connected with the university and provide you with important personal and professional links. We want to keep in touch with you, so keep in touch with us, and we'll be telling your stories here in the years to come. And before you leave, there's just one other thing I'd like you to do as a student. You've been given a survey, and I'd like you to complete it before you leave. The survey asks you about the skills you've gained and about the learning experience. And your feedback is extremely important. And as you leave the university, you give us this information, and you can be confident that we will use it to make changes that will improve the lot of future students based on what you tell us. So today, be proud of your achievements. Take what you've learned at university and apply it in every aspect of your life. Enjoy your future, enjoy your celebrations. And so to all the graduates, I offer my congratulations and the very best of luck for your futures. To family and friends, well, we know that each of you is here really today to see just one person walk across the stage. So when they do, don't hesitate to let them know you're here. So now I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Caroline Macmillan, to introduce today's occasional speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite Ms. Marion Halligan, AM, to deliver today's occasional address. Ms. Halligan believes that fiction illuminates our lives, and for this reason she loves to read and write. And in turn, it is the wonderful talents of writers like Ms. Halligan that illuminate Australia's literary skies, on which she is one of our brightest stars. Arguably one of Australia's most celebrated female novelists, Ms. Halligan has penned more than 20 books and 100 short stories. Her career has inspired much acclaim, and she has won many of Australia's most prestigious literary prizes. That list is both impressive and exhausting. It includes the Age Book of the Year Award, the ACT Book of the Year Award 3 times, the Nita B. Kibble Literary Award, for which she has also been shortlisted, the Steele Rudd Award, the Braille Book of the Year Award, the 3M Talking Book of the Year Award, and the Geraldine Pascal Prize for Critical Writing. Ms. Halligan has also been shortlisted for the Dublin Impact Prize, the the Miles Franklin Award and the Queensland Premier's Literary Award, and has received a number of fellowships from the Literature Board of the Australia Council. Born Marion Crothall in 1940, she grew up in Newcastle, with the sea a constant in her life. And it is these memories of times by the coast that have influenced her writing. Miss Halligan frequently locates her stories near Newcastle, and in the case of one of her most admired works, the 1995 book titled Lovers' Knots, a 100-year novel, the public baths at Merewether provide the perfect backdrop to the story of a family's growth. Miss Halligan was educated at Newcastle Girls High School, completed her tertiary studies at the University of Newcastle, and has lived most of her adult life in Canberra. In 1963, she married Graham Halligan, and the couple had 2 children. Before becoming a full-time writer, Miss Halligan worked as a school teacher and freelance journalist. Her first published short story appeared in the Australian Women's Weekly magazine in the early 1980s. From 1992 to 1995, Miss Halligan was chairperson for the Literature Board and a member of the Australia Council. She chaired the Canberra Spoken Word Festival Committee and was later patron of the event. And in 1994, she was awarded the University of Newcastle's Newton-John Award, bestowed on a graduate for creative and innovative work. Her literary career has taken her to many countries. She has read her work in London, Germany, Belgium, Paris, New Zealand, Canada, and Norway, and it has been translated into Italian and Chinese. She is currently writing her memoirs, which are expected to be published at the end of this year. In 2006, Miss Halligan was made a member of the Order of Australia in the General Division for her services to literature and her work promoting Australian arts. Ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged to have Ms. Marion Halligan with us today. Would you please join me in welcoming her to deliver the occasional address?
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, families and friends of graduates, and most importantly, graduates. It's some 50 years since I was myself in the situation you are in today. In fact, only generically was I in the same situation. This great hall did not exist, nor did this university. My institution was accommodated, somewhat grudgingly we thought, in a wing of the Technical College at Tyers Hill. Graduation was held out of doors at the front in what was often a car park. The academic staff, in their finery, that did exist as it does today, would process in a big loop through the grounds among bricked-up garden beds to the sound of an excessively tinny PA system playing Gaudeamus Igitur, ending up on the steps of the Edgeworth David building for a stage. It was surprisingly moving. The year I began was the first graduation of arts students. There'd been science and math students already, but this time was the first arts. We were immensely proud and ambitious, perhaps in direct ratio to what many people would have seen as our disadvantage compared with an ancient institution like Sydney. We, staff and students, were determined to make it work. And work it was. I'd slaved for years to get myself there, mainly in persuading my father that it ought to happen. He inclined to think that educating girls was a waste of time. They'd only get married and have children. He was right, of course, but what's wrong with educating mothers? And we all had careers afterwards. Nobody in my extended family had ever been to university. It was a mysterious thing to all the locals. I'd meet a neighbour at the bus stop. "What are you studying?" she'd ask. "Arts," I'd say. I hadn't quite got the nomenclature right. "Oh," she'd say doubtfully, "going to be a painter, are you?" If you happened to mention that you were studying French, they'd say, "Not much call for that, is there? I mean, it's not as though you'll ever get to speak it." In fact, we went to cocktail parties on French boats in Newcastle harbour and got chatted up by handsome, as I recall, bronzed officers of the Messagerie Maritime. Now, I've spent some years of my life living in Paris and in rural France, and the language came in very handy, buying cheeses, stopping my children being bullied in the playground, explaining to the plumber that the water didn't work. Conditions in the faculty were moderately gruesome, but the staff was brilliant. They were marvellous and dedicated educators, a tradition that continues. In honours, I studied the whole of English literature, from Beowulf, the definition was broad, to the 20th century, all the poetry in between, the plays, the novels, branching out into a little Irish and American, but not any Australian. Looking back on it, it was, inadvertently, the perfect course of study for a writer. I had no idea in those palmy days where my education would take me, and neither, most likely, have you. It could well be as far from this great hall as it is from those steps at the front of the Sir Edgeworth David building. And I thought I would offer you today a line of a poem from one of those poets that we studied, whom some of you may have learned about here. This is the line. "The world was all before them where to choose." The poet is Milton. When our beloved lecturer poet, Harry Jones, read him to us in his sonorous Welsh voice, there was a chip burner, sawdust burner, some vile screaming machine in the woodworking department next door would frequently trigger into life, and we would have to wait for it to die down. But that was all part of the obstacle course of getting educated. The line comes right at the end of Paradise Lost. The world was all before them where to choose. And since it is Paradise Lost, its meanings aren't simple. The poem ends with the expulsion of humankind from the Garden of Eden, an ambiguous situation, you might think, if not a complete tragedy. Some of you may be feeling that your graduation today is a kind of expulsion from the Garden of Eden, and you would be right. There's nothing quite so magical as this period of study, until the next wonderful thing comes along. Milton certainly didn't think that the expulsion of Adam and Eve by an angel with a flaming sword was a tragedy. It was a necessity. And I'm not talking theology here. It doesn't matter whether you think this is a literal event or not. It's a marvellous story. It's one of the great myths of our civilization, with the clusters of meaning that good myths have. It was nice in the Garden of Eden, all God perfect and comfortable, but nobody was getting anywhere. It was a cosy existence of a fairly vegetable kind. It was necessary to get hold of the knowledge of good and evil so that good could be a significant and worthwhile choice. It was essential for the narrative of the human race that this move be made. And I'd like to point out here that it was Eve who made it. It was she who ate of the apple of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil and persuaded Adam to have a bite too, as it mostly is in these great stories. Think of Pandora presented to mankind with a box full of evils and instructions not to open it. Of course she did. Think of Persephone eating some seeds of the pomegranate when she's imprisoned in the underworld by Hades, its god, so she cannot ever completely leave, but must go back every year and make winter happen so the world has a rest from eternal summer. Think of Bluebeard's wife, forbidden to open just one door of the castle, but of course she couldn't resist doing so, and found a room full of bloody corpses. Notice it is the women who make the important stories happen. The men enjoy the consequences. but that is a digression, mustn't take that path. Back to Milton and the necessity of leaving Eden in order to grow into our full humanity. Life will be less comfortable, there will be sorrows and tribulations, but also joys and passion and delight as you continue to grow in knowledge and understanding, building on the education you've received here. I'm glad we don't have a crystal ball, which could show us where you will all be in 50 years from now. You need to come to it gradually. And remember, if I can paraphrase Milton, the world is all before you, where to choose. The world in 50 years' time will be a matter of the choices of people like you. Take courage and farewell.
Well, thank you very much, Ms. Halligan. It's an absolute luxury to be sitting there listening to Marion Halligan read her own things. I don't know about your family, but our family are great fans of Marion's books. In fact, they've caused me some sleeplessness. Not so much that I sit up reading them, but my wife does, and every now and then says, "Let me read this bit to you." And so we are very familiar with them. So thank you very much for coming and sharing that with us and enthusing our graduates today. Well, let me now call on Professor John Germoff, Pro-Vice Chancellor for the Faculty of Education and Arts, to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have satisfied the requirements of a postgraduate award. These awards are studied primarily by coursework. A postgraduate award with distinction is gained when a graduate achieves at least a distinction level grade average. Chancellor, graduate from the Master of Leadership and Management in Education, I present to you Kovi Alupotea. Michelle Graham. From the Master of Leadership and Management in Education with distinction, Kylie Beasley. Bronwyn Bai. Brian Hughes. Now, graduates from the Master of Special Education, Jeffrey Bull. Shirley Clifton. Samantha Conway. Nicole Curtis. Kim Francis. Wendy Gallagher Simons. David Hamilton. Erin Harper. Basma Karakira. Penelope Nash. Rachel Webb. And now from the Master of Special Education with Distinction, Robin Bowyer-Bauer. Clancy Childs. Renee Cook. Claire Fleming. Tracy Ford. Laura Higgs. Joanne Lau. Claire Morrison. Jodie Milsimer. Natalie Newschultz. Bronwyn Perry. Gavin State. Christine Stephen. Katie van den Heuvel. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Education and Arts at this time. We will be back.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, for a treat, we'll now enjoy a musical interlude by Anthea Conyngham and Peter Willis and Callum Close. And they'll be performing The Prayer by David Foster.
Quare and hold it in our hearts.
Ricordaci
And
che
stars go out each night.
la terna stella sei nella mia preghiera. Quanta fede
When shadows
c'è, lead us to a place,
guide us with your grace.
give us faith so we'll be saved. Sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia e di speranza, ognuno dirà mano al suo vicino, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. La forza che ci dai,
That life become
el desiderio che
watch us from above.
ognuno trovi amore
Each love we'll find.
intorno dentro sé. Let this be our prayer,
Let this be our prayer.
just like every child needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. E la fede che hai acceso in noi, sento che ci salverà.
Well, thank you very much to both Anthony and Peter Callum for that. Really was just lovely. Some wonderful talent at our conservatorium, and throughout this series of graduation services we've been treated to some magnificent performances just like you've heard now. Well, now can I call on Professor John Germoff, who, as I mentioned, was the Pro Vice-Chancellor for the Faculty of Education and Arts, to continue presenting graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I now present to you graduates receiving a bachelor degree in the Faculty of Education and Arts. An undergraduate award is awarded with distinction when a graduate achieves at least a distinction level grade average. And now from the Bachelor of Teaching Primary, Bachelor of Arts, I present to you Damien Alley. Jennifer Bailey. Melanie Cunningham. Chelsea Dewars. Brianna Galinsky. Timothy Grant. Ellen Harris. Jason Holt. Anthony Howe. Jessica Johnson. Jessica Kwasnik. Stacey March. Kaya Muczynski. Katarina Razmowski. Nicholas Wodalczyk. And now from the Bachelor of Teaching Primary, Bachelor of Arts with Distinction, Kate Twentyman. Now from the Bachelor of Teaching Secondary, Bachelor of Arts, Beth Allen. Kylie Bennett. Thomas Blackburn. Laura Bradford. Sophie Cox. Adam Donnelly. Sasha Fitzgerald. Katrina Ford. Susanna George. Benjamin Gray. Whitney Grimm. Brianna Hall. Sevim Haskara. Christy Hayes. Katie Hinton. Lauren Holding. Abby Holtz. Corinne Jones. Ashley Kellner. Morgan McCarter. Erin McKay. Jessica Milne. Sherelle Murray. Kyle Nonamaka. Laura Pettit. Amanda Reiner. Anita Reynolds. Megan Smith. Amy Stewart. Samantha Thurtell. Kristen Williams. Now, graduates from the Bachelor of Teaching, Secondary, Bachelor of Arts with distinction, Preston Grieve. Just take a moment. Vicky Lindsay. Now, graduates from the Bachelor of Teaching, Secondary, Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Class 2, Division 2 in Teaching, James Witchard. Now, graduates from the Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts, Chelsea Balcom. Zachary Bayliss. Sophie Black. Rebecca Brown. Cassandra Buckley. Ashley Campbell. Corey Chambers. Michael Cox. Jacinta Cunningham. Sarah Cutts. Sarah Jane Denny. Clay Farrar. Claire Fiddler. Blair Freund. Adrian Gay. Sharon Genge. Dominique Haddad. Katrina Hamilton. Kayla Hawkins. Jacinda Hopley. Jasmine Jackson. Matthew Kutnik. Laura Maguire. Sinead Ma. James Mahoney. Juliet Macon. Bianca Marston. Priscilla Martinez. Jenna Morn. Kirsten McCosker. Matilda McRae. Kimberly Muir. Kylie Nadalan. Susan O'Neill Judd. Rachel Palmowski. Andrew Parkinson. Rebecca Partridge. Jodie Pullman. Jodie Quinn. Emily Roberts. Natasha Seville. Sarah Schofield. Caitlin Sivia. Jessica Slade. Christy Sternbeck. Ellen Tidswell. Lauren Tolmie. Samantha Turnbull. Emma Vorby. Emma Wakely. Sarah Warby. Damien Wright. Our Chancellor, I present graduates from the Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts with Honours Class 2, Division 2 in Teaching, Michelle Baker.
Berger too.
Mark Berger. Gabrielle Bertos. Ellie Bevan Nichols. Jennifer Bissett. Elizabeth Blakemore. Olivia Boland. Nicole Butler. Miles Carlier. Alana Clement. Ingrid Coates. Emily Fell. Amy Fort. Brian Gray. Sally Greedy. Christopher Hembry. Joshua Jetson. Mark Jones. Renee Jones. Louisa Lawson. Jodie Maxwell. Elise McAllister. Carmen May McEwen. Kristen McGrath. Michael McInroy. Danae Mercer. Hannah Moriarty. Ella Naismith. Ebony Notting. Amy Parker. Sarah Perkins. Jessica Perrin. Sharon Pigeon. Sally Pitkin. Yolanda Ravelli. Rebecca Reed. Kendall Lee Roberts. Madeline Salmons. Matthew Summerlad. Erin Theoret. Samantha Thomas. Morgan Turner. Jessica Walsh. Jessica Westerman. Courtney Wingrove. Chancellor, now graduates from the Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts with Honours Class 2 Division 1 in Teaching, Jasmine Barker. Sarah Bateman. Kyle Brewis. Natasha Brown. Emma Christensen. Jasmine Codner. Melissa Collar. Samantha Compton. Annika Connaughton. Sophie Conroy. Karina Coots. Hayley Ford. Annalise Gray. Abby Hand. Brett Humphreys. Sarah Jefferson. Caitlin Jobe. Ashley Jonas. Jacqueline Jones. Alicia Oslin. Louise Picton. Kylie Pinshen. Alexandra Rash. Melissa Riley. Ashley Schmal. Lauren Sheehan. Anna Smith. Carolyn Sylvester. Luke Tosevich. Timothy Unwin. Now, Chancellor, I present graduates from the Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts with Honours Class 1 in Teaching, Brodie Ann Cashmere. Emma Cornish. Sally Ann Drury. Merrin Jane. Jessica Kelly. Bianca Posavic. Ashley Robinson. Chancellor, a university medal may be awarded to a candidate who has displayed truly exceptional academic ability. It's a very special honour. To be considered for this award, a graduate must have a consistent record of exceptional academic achievement at all levels of a bachelor's degree and qualify for a bachelor's degree with first-class honours. Today, as Pro Vice-Chancellor of the Faculty of Education and Arts, makes me very, very proud to be recognising such outstanding scholars from the faculty. Chancellor, it's with great pleasure that I present to you graduating with a Bachelor of Teaching, Secondary, Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Class 1 in Teaching, and the University Medal, Amy Tickner. Chancellor, it's with equal great pleasure that I present to you graduating with a Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts with Honours Class 1 in Teaching and the University Medal, Alexandra Imeljanau. And Emily Merchant. And last but by no means least on this very special occasion, Emma Shaw. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Education and Arts. Thank you.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, I have great pleasure in inviting Ms. Alexandra Emilianov, who graduated today, just a moment ago, with a Bachelor of Teaching and Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Class 1 in Teaching and the University Medal, to speak on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, family and friends of the graduates, and most importantly, graduates. It is a great pleasure to stand here before you this afternoon to speak on behalf of the graduates, those that are proudly sitting with us today, and on behalf of those unable to be here. Firstly, it's important to acknowledge the paths that have ultimately brought us all here together on this special occasion. For some of us, university began straight from high school, and whether you have been here for 3 or 4 years, perhaps more, you're feeling a sense of pride as your scholastic endeavour is duly rewarded. For others, like me, entering university as a mature-age student was the key to success, with this success ultimately being the completion of a degree. However, the one thing that became clearly apparent as our studying years progressed was that despite the different paths that led us to the gates of tertiary education, we opened them together, we embarked on our studies together, and look at us now. Here we are, sitting side by side, graduating together. And I think that this is the key feature of university life. People of varying ages and backgrounds standing as one as they strive for knowledge. Knowledge which isn't determined by age or background. Knowledge which is acquired through determination itself. Now, arriving at this final destination today, I realised that speaking on behalf of the graduates wasn't just an opportunity to reflect on our journey. It was also the time in which a platform had been provided in order to thank all of the people who have supported and guided us all to this wondrous finishing line. From the home to the lecture hall, there are people to thank. These people include family and friends on the outside who have put up with us through the frustrated tears, through helping us get through to that assignment that we didn't quite start until the night before, as well as not to forget the selfless volunteering that they consistently did in order to ensure that we would simply be okay through it all. It is also important to thank and acknowledge the hard work and support provided by the staff here at the university. You offered us guidance and support on many occasions and on many different levels, and consistently demonstrated your multi-talented skills of being lecturers, tutors, counsellors, as well as friends. We thank you for being all of these people, and it only highlights why this university is respected both in Australia and around the world. So with our degrees being presented to us now, where to next? I don't believe that any one person can answer this question right now. In fact, I'm sure that there is still a great percentage of us that are simply not too sure yet. However, one thing is clear. Being a graduate here today means that whatever the decisions we do make and whichever paths we choose to take, we have been empowered with knowledge and skills of our individual crafts that allow us to step outside of these university grounds and enter the workforce with pride. You know, Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So as proud graduates of 2012, let's make a difference, not only to the world as Mandela suggests, but to our own lives, lives which have been empowered with a rewarding and bright future. So do with your life all that you desire. Try much, but know that ultimately you can do it all. My warmest congratulations to all 2012 graduates on your achievement. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Alexandra, for speaking so eloquently on behalf of your colleagues who are nodding away, agreeing with everything you said. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, I declare the ceremony concluded. And I hope you enjoyed today's ceremony, and thank you for joining the university community in the celebration of the conferring of degrees. Refreshments will be available after the ceremony in the Brennan Room, located in the Shortland building. And I hope you can all take some time to celebrate this time together. So once again, I hope you've enjoyed being here as much as we've enjoyed having you here this afternoon.